Hey, good morning, everybody. Peter Kima here with the Kima Real Estate Group at Keller Williams, coming to you live from Perkins Cove on the coast of Maine. It's Coffee Talk with Kima. It's 8:30. It's the day after the NBA draft. I'm here with my family. Super excited to talk to you. Take a look at Perkins Cove. Thank you to my special camera. Slow down, dude. You're good, everybody. Slow down. Camden Kima is our special cameraman today. How beautiful is this? What a great setting, right? So you've got a great little village. Cam, slowly pan over to Perkins Cove over here, the village itself. Slow, you're going way too fast. Slow down. What a cool place. What an absolutely cool place. All right, so Coffee Talk is not complete without your Kima Cup. Let me give you a little bit of advertising here for a second, right? So Coffee Talk's not complete without the Kima Cup. So we're super excited to be here on the drawbridge right here in Perkins Cove and coming to you live, and super excited about today. So a couple of things. Number one, if you haven't been to Maine, I've said this before. Hey Cam, I'm gonna ask you to lift this up and turn it down just a little bit. There you go. So you can get Perkins Cove in the background. There you go, just like that. So if you haven't been to Maine before, if you haven't made the trek, most of you I know that are tuning in are probably from North Carolina. If you haven't been here before, find time to get here, guys. It is, so I consider myself a New Englander. Although I've been in North Carolina longer than I've been in New England, I grew up my formative years in Massachusetts. And there's a part of me that will never leave New England, right? There's that part of me that's just ingrained, right? There's just that hardiness, just the wonderful people of New England. And I've got two places I like to go that are just soul cleansing, right? One of those places is Asheville in the mountains of North Carolina. You guys know how much I love the Catamounts and how much I love just being up there, and it cleanses me. The other place I like to go, and the place I love to spend so much time, is right here on the coast of Maine in New England. And guys, I can't tell you what a great week we've had. We've been lobstering, we've been striper fishing, we've been to LL Bean, we've had some rest, we've done just so many wonderful and fun things. It just feels so good to be home again. Again, I cannot say enough about it. Get up here, and if you don't want to go all the way up the coast of Maine because it's too cold, but trust me, it's beautiful up there. The southern coast of Maine, Agunquit, York, Wells, Kennebunkport, all those places will give you what you're looking for if you've not been here before. So I encourage you, as a matter of fact, I implore you, get to Maine. It is a wonderful state. Don't come in February, it's too darn cold, but come right now, it is wonderful. So I want to talk about a couple of things. Number one, before I get started about real estate, can I ask you to raise and tilt just a little bit more? There you go, just like that. I want to talk to you about a couple of things. Number one, Carrie and Megan, I cannot say enough how much I appreciate the fact that you let me get away for a week like this with my family. I have zero concerns, zero worries about our business. The business is probably even better hands with the two of you running it. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for letting me get up here. So grateful for that. Number two, I want to talk to you a little bit about the differences between here and there, right? So obviously the architecture is different. I love the houses in New England. They're beautiful. There's so much character. There's all these things, right? But the biggest difference are subdivisions. They just don't happen up here very often. There just aren't many of them. Suburbia here is really one-off houses everywhere. And I forget how much of a resort it feels like we live in Raleigh, right? When you drive by Wakefield Plantation or Bedford or Heritage or any of these other places, it almost feels like a resort. Hey, I'm gonna give my cameraman's arms just a quick break here because he's holding it up and I can see him struggling, so I'm gonna take control. But the actual neighborhoods themselves back home in Raleigh, because they're just so well manicured, because there's so many flowers and just so much, everything's just so manicured, it really feels like we're on vacation where we live. Well, I'm really up here on vacation, and I've really enjoyed the architecture and just the difference in the way neighborhoods are presented, and the way communities come together. Here, it's more about the town common, right? The little grassy area in the center of most of these little New England towns. There's so many more festivals, and it's just a different way of life. And right here in our own country, it almost feels like we're in a foreign country, and it's just so cool, so cool. But a lot of you tune in, obviously, to hear a little bit about real estate. So I want to talk to you a little bit about real estate. Cam, if you can take that back. Perfect. All right, tilt it down just a little bit, Cammy. All right, let's talk about how the real estate market's changed. We haven't talked about statistics in 2 or 3 weeks, guys. So right now, there's 8,110 homes active on the market back home in Raleigh, right? 8,110. That's 500 more homes on the market, guys, since early May. Just since early May. 500 more homes. The market is shifting, it is changing. It's not because so many people are hitting the market, guys, because the ones that are under contract, the pendings, those are down. Those are down overall in our market. So I find that really, really interesting. So let's talk specifically about the months of inventory. There's 2.4 months of inventory in Raleigh right now. 2.4 months in the entire triangle, that is. In Raleigh, there's 1.89 months worth of inventory. Wake Forest has 3 months of inventory. Apex has 3 months of inventory. Holly Springs has 3.5 months of inventory. If you recall, these numbers are all slightly higher with one exception. They're all slightly higher than we were talking about just 30 days ago, right? The market is shifting. Our pendings and our under contracts are down. Our inventory is up in terms of active listings, guys. The market is shifting and it's under your feet. We're still in a seller's market. It is not quite yet, as far as the overall market's concerned, it is not quite yet a buyer's market. Cam, you doing okay? You look like you're struggling. You shaking a little bit? You doing all right? Okay, buddy. Let's talk about the rolling closed. So 40,290 homes have closed in the last 12 months. That's right in line with what we've always been talking about. So houses are selling, guys. That's not the issue here. The issue is the inventory shifting. It's a lagging indicator. In a few months from now, it'll be interesting to see where we are in terms of months of inventory. So as far as the one town that is kind of bucking the trends here a little bit, that would be Wake Forest, guys. Wake Forest inventory is actually down. Wake Forest inventory is actually down, and their pending and under contracts are actually up. They were leading the way for the most inventory at one time. Houses are selling in Wake Forest, guys. If you have a house in Wake Forest right now, you're bucking the trend just a little bit. I know we're looking at a small sample size, but it is a sample. So that's it for real estate this week. I did want to go ahead and share with you. Megan asked, that dang thing is heavy, isn't it, Camden? She had to hold it one time for a coffee talk. So I wanted to give you just one more quick round view here. I want to show you my cameraman here. Cam? Yeah, boy. And I wanted to show you real quick just where we are and how beautiful it is. Isn't that gorgeous? This little cove, Perkins Cove, has always been one of our favorites. So what else is here? Well, what you don't see is you don't see my wife, Jennifer, because she's on something called the Marginal Way right now, which is a beautiful walk right along the ocean cliffs here. That is, I don't know, maybe a mile and a half long. She's out for a quick jog, running along, trying to get rid of some of the lobster we've been eating. And boy, I'll tell you what, we've been eating plenty of it. So, coming to you live again right here, Perkins Cove in Maine. I'm so grateful for each of you. And listen, I will see you back in Raleigh. I understand it is hot in Raleigh. I understand it is brutally hot when we get back, about 100 on the heat index and 95 degrees on Tuesday. Looking forward to it. Time to get back to baseball practice. Hey, y'all take care. I miss y'all, and I will see you soon.